In the early history of the Islamic Golden Age, scientists were deeply motivated by the Quran to further pursue the field of natural sciences, especially mathematics. Known pioneers of this field include Al-Khwarizmi and Al-Biruni, whose discoveries have laid the foundation for today's field in mathematics and computation. So how is it today that most Islamic scholars do not give any references of mathematics in the Quran, something so profound that it is now considered to be the foundation of the universe and our DNA? The fact that there are very few discussions regarding any references of measurement and calculation in the Quran points to one of the many great failures of Muslim scholars, and yet translators have no choice but to use words such as measurement and computation. Very little explanation is given as to what it actually symbolizes or represents. These days, physicists frequently now talk about the measuring of information of the universe, something similar which the next ayah reflects.
وَإِن مِّن شَيْءٍ إِلَّا عِندَنَا خَزَائِنُهُ وَمَا نُنَزِّلُهُ إِلَّا بِقَدَرٍ مَّعْلُومٍ.
The next ayah, in fact, clearly alludes to mathematics and computation. It specifically states even if man were to use mathematics to calculate the favors of Allah, they would have been unable to do so. The word in this ayah, ta'uddu, signifies to enumerate, while the word tuhsuha represents to calculate or compute. While this study indicates roughly how many fundamental particles are currently in the universe, it does not take into consideration other particles such as antimatter or neutrinos. Besides, how does one measure a structure such as our universe or DNA, whose software operating system is more similar to a quantum computer? So regardless of whether many interpretations of the Quran attempted to avoid using the word measure, this ayah is consistent with recent scientific research on how all matter is measured by Allah.
إِنَّا كُلَّ شَيْءٍ خَلَقْنَاهُ بِقَدَرٍ.
And lastly, this ayah not only states how Allah computes all matters, but records them as well.
وَكُلَّ شَيْءٍ أَحْصَيْنَاهُ كِتَابًا فَذُوقُوا فَلَن نَّزِيدَكُمْ إِلَّا عَذَابًا.
So one could now conclude that in Islam, information does not magically appear on its own, but Allah is the source of all information which is recorded in the universe.